If you want to lock in and be unrecognizable by summer, I'm about to share all of my tips, tricks, and habits to look and feel your best. I personally have been on a journey since like February to become unrecognizable this summer. And really that's just a term to, I want to look and feel my best. And I want to feel like my most confident self for a number of reasons. But number one, I just want to feel healthy and happy in my skin. And I feel like using the spring and motivation of summer is like the perfect time to do that. So if you've been feeling the same way and you're now motivated to implement new healthy habits, be in the best shape of your life, feel that you're most confident, feel your happiest, actually achieve those goals that you've been telling yourself you are going to achieve. Listen up, because I'm going to be sharing some broader and even very specific advice for how to do those things. So there's 3 categories. We're going to be talking about health and wellness, and then beauty, and then mindset. Because mindset not only affects, internally how you feel and perceive the world, but also I think it helps attribute to your confidence, which then is an outward manifestation of how good you're feeling on the inside. So we're going to talk about it all. And where I'm kind of keeping my summer glow up schedule, my plan, my inspo is in a really cool platform that I'm excited to share with you guys called Cosmic. And Cosmic is sponsoring this video because they are a single platform to browse, capture, and organize all your knowledge. I'm using this in a really fun way to plan out my summer travel, my meal plan, my vision board. But this is also a really great tool if you are a student. Oh my gosh, I wish I had this in college. Or if you have a job where you need to research a lot, you need to organize ideas, and you want it to all be in one place. So in Cosmic, you can create a universe, which is like this blank canvas for you to start researching and dropping in notes. Each canvas has an infinite scroll, meaning you can scroll in and out infinitely, which is super cool and allows me to compile everything I may need for my summer glow up right here. Over here, I have my summer vision board. You guys know I'm so big on goal setting and vision boards. I make one every January, but I thought it'd be really cool to make one specifically for summer just because summer is like my favorite season. So I wanted to kind of capture the feelings of what I want my summer to look like. So I took some photos straight from Pinterest. You can add notes, change text colors, add post-it notes. I freaking love this feature on Cosmic. It allows me to search the web right here while I'm in my canvas, and I can easily drag and drop visuals, links, recipes, anything that I may need straight from Pinterest or any website. For example, let's use that to figure out a travel itinerary for a summer trip I'm taking to Charleston, South Carolina. As you can see, I can use this browser tool to search for recommendations and schedules and itineraries and articles about Charleston, and then start planning my trip right here in Cosmic. And then the last section I have as part of this universe is my glow up meal plan. If you guys have been following my channel for the past few weeks, I've been really trying to eat healthy, which I'm going to get into in this video, but I've been loving to plan out my meals for the week and meal prep and all of that fun stuff. And so I've been using this little portion of my canvas to do just that. I basically insert links straight from Pinterest right here of the meal ideas. And then I created this little like weekly schedule to where I can plan out and rearrange and figure out what I want to have each day of the week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You guys can sign up for free for the Cosmic 3.0 waitlist. So if you're wanting to try this software out for yourself, professionally, academically, or just for fun like I am, then I will have the link in the description box where you guys can get on the waitlist. And again, totally free. Now let's get into all my tips for the ultimate summer glow up. We're going to start with health and wellness. And let me just preface this by saying you do not have to do all these things to be prepared for summer. I feel completely ready for summer right now in this very body, in this very skin. But these are just things that I'm doing to motivate myself and feel my best that I want to do. If you don't want to do any of these, you don't have to. So take all of this with a grain of salt, but these are things that I've been doing for the past few months that I've been really loving the results from, and I wanted to share in case you guys were looking for some similar tips. And I do know these tips are working because I saw a friend yesterday that I only see like every 1 to 2 months, and she literally said to me, "Hannah, you're glowing. You look so snatched. You're looking so good." And I was like, thank you for saying this, because I feel like that's always the motivation to just like keep going. And I guess it proves now that these tips have been working for me, and I hope they work for you too. Okay, so the first thing that I started doing when I was like, I want to do something for my health and wellness was like, I need to be more active throughout the day. So I told myself I am going to commit to trying to get 10,000 steps a day, which means I need to take like 2 40-minute walks or 1 hour-and-a-half long walk to help me reach that goal, along with just like my regular movement in my day. This was a great way of just helping me mentally, like instead of at the end of the day feeling like I'm just gonna sit on the couch after dinner, I made the point to like, okay, let me just go down to the gym even for 20 minutes to walk on the treadmill, or it's a beautiful morning, let me get outside before I start work. Like just telling myself I need to hit those 10,000 steps a day helped me be way more active and mindful of being active throughout my day. And that was just like a great kickstart. So I feel like that's a great first step. If you have no idea where to start, just try to get 10,000 steps a day. The next thing I did was trying to eat more whole foods. And for this tip, I'm not going to say you have to do exactly what I'm doing, but just find a meal plan that works for you if food and your meals are something you want to change. If you're happy with how you're eating, perfect. But if you do want to change with something, what I did is I tried to eat 100 grams of protein a day. I'm still doing that. So eating more protein and eating more whole foods, which means just incorporating more whole fruits and veggies, organic yogurt, eggs, like just trying to eat a lot less processed foods and eating out less as well. And so that's like the first few steps that I took. That's really what I'm focusing on. Is if for you, you're like, no, I want to do the carnivore diet. I want to be in a calorie deficit. I want to do keto. Like you can figure out what your goals work with what meal plan. But for me, I just want to focus on eating more protein, eating more whole foods, and subbing in some things that maybe weren't as healthy in my day for healthier items, which I'll talk about. Going along with that, making cooking, meal prep, and grocery shopping fun. I love following creators that share like what I eat in a days or fun high protein recipe meal preps. And I will watch those like all day on Sunday to get ideas for my grocery shopping trip. And then it's now more fun to go to the grocery store because instead of feeling like a chore, it's like, oh, I'm getting to try out these new products that I saw this girl on TikTok use, or I'm going to make this new recipe I saw on Pinterest, or I'm really excited about learning this new recipe for summer. Like it just makes it more fun and less like a chore. And it's something we all have to do. Like we all have to go to the grocery store and cook for ourselves. And so might as well get excited about it. And I found that like following creators online that share about that stuff really helped me like feel motivated in that. Next thing that has to do with food is I noticed when I was eating higher protein, my gut health decreased. And that's because you have to also add a lot of fiber when you're eating higher protein. I don't think that's talked about a ton, but I've done my research and you really do need to add fiber so you're not blocked up. And I feel like my gut health was pretty good actually, but then when I started eating healthier and eating more protein, it got worse, which was kind of crazy. But I just realized I needed to pay more attention to helping my digestive system since I was eating like these whole foods. And so fiber supplements, drinks with fiber, all of those things have really helped me. And I feel like I'm slowly starting to learn more about a healthy gut bacteria and a microbiome. And I want to try coconut cult, which I see all over TikTok. I just said I wanted to try coconut cult, but it's been so hard to find and I've heard it's expensive. And so here's 2 other drinks I have been drinking for my gut health. I picked this up yesterday from Sprouts. So people are saying that this is the more easily accessible, more well-known like version of coconut cult. Kefir, I don't know how you say it, but this is a drink that people have been drinking for ages. This morning I started drinking about half a cup before my coffee, drinking it on an empty stomach. I did get the organic one that's strawberry flavored. I want to work up to not having a flavored one and just drinking the plain because it's less sugar, but I've heard it's kind of an acquired taste. However, I think it just tastes like yogurt and I love the taste of like yogurt and cottage cheese, so it's not that hard for me to drink. So anyway, that's what I'm incorporating now. And then I love this drink for fiber. It has more fiber than a poppy and it tastes like a green juice, okay? Or like a fruit juice. This is the pink lemonade one. This is from Be Amazing, the company I work for. And I really do love and drink these all the time. There's less than 1 gram of sugar, 4 grams of fiber, 25 calories, a blend of 10 fruits and veggies. And so you're getting antioxidants, vitamins, and amazing fiber for your gut health. There's also some coconut water in here, so it's hydrating and it tastes so delicious. So, and then before I got this drink, I was taking Belly Welly. I've stopped taking this because I'd rather just have something a little more like natural, not a powder. But this was pretty good. The peach mango flavor, I liked it in like a larger thing of water. It was a little strong if I just mixed it in like 8 ounces, but yeah, they say to put it in 10 to 12. I like putting it more in like 20 to 25. But also a great fiber supplement. So like I said, I've been doing 10,000 steps a day. And then I also try to do Pilates 1 to 3 times a week. Ideally, I'd be doing it 3 times a week, reformer Pilates, but my schedule has just been insane. And so I've been traveling and some weeks I only get to 1 like workout class a week. But I make sure to get my steps in on the days that I'm not working out. And then on the days that I do work out, I still try to get those 10,000 steps in. So like that's my baseline. And then if I can get to a reformer or mat Pilates class, like that is a bonus. And as I get closer to summer, I want to incorporate more and more, like really get up to doing Pilates 3 times a week. That is something I'm working on, but figure out a way of movement that you actually enjoy, because if you hate Pilates, don't do it. If you love running, do that. If you hate walking, try
going on ClassPass and seeing what there is. Like, you can find ways to be active that you love. ClassPass, I have been an advocate for since freshman year of college. I will have the link below where you can get some free classes, some free credits. And if you live in a city that has a lot of boutique fitness places, it is seriously the best investment. It's so fun. I go with friends. I've gotten so many friends hooked on ClassPass, and it's just a fun way to like switch up your fitness routines and be excited about working out and being active again. Of course, we also have to talk about sleep. This is something that I prioritized my whole life. Even in college, 99% of my nights I was getting at least 7 hours of sleep. For me, I know I work best during the day when I've had 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And so I really try to do that. Even when I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I try to go to bed earlier those nights. And so for me, you have to figure out like what's your sleep level. I know some friends who need like 9 to 10 hours. Some people function great on 6 hours. Figure out what your body craves and needs, because seriously, sleep is going to help so much. I think this is so overlooked. Like, we're trying to fit in all our workouts. We're trying to fit in our protein and our beauty routines. But like, if you're not sleeping well, you're not going to feel and look great. You're going to be more tired. Obviously, you're not going to perform as well at your school or your job. You're going to want to eat more because you're tired. You're not going to want to work out. And so sleep, like, number one biggest thing, honestly. And the next thing I've started incorporating is more supplements and electrolytes in my day. So like, for example, a healthy swap that I've tried to do to help with my like wellness is subbing my afternoon iced coffee that I used to always make for a fun water with like electrolytes or supplements, things like that. And my Stanley, I have like the 34-ounce Stanley. This is like a good size for me because I drink a few of these a day, but it's like still easy to carry around. You have to be drinking that water. But to make water more fun, try out supplements and electrolytes. Here are all my fun supplements and electrolytes. So first off, I know I've talked about this in my What I Eat in a Day, but the Good On Ya Hydrate, this one is perfect if you don't want electrolytes that are super salty or that taste very strong. This just tastes like lemon. So mixed with water, it tastes like a lightly lemon flavored water. Very refreshing, great for when I just want something light. And then for a little bit more, I will use an Element. Sometimes I'll mix an unflavored one with another powder. And I love all their citrusy flavored ones. And what I do with Element is I only use half a pack at a time. If you don't love super salty things, try half a pack. My ultimate hack though for an evening beverage, if I don't want tea, if I want something chocolatey, but like I'm not hungry, I have the chocolate salt. People think I'm crazy for drinking this. You have to drink it hot. So I do half of the packet, again, only half, in a cup of hot water, and it tastes like a chocolatey, I don't know how to explain it, but you know it's healthy. Like, it doesn't taste like obviously a milky hot chocolate, but it tastes really good. And so I love this as like an evening drink. I haven't tried Waterboy yet, but I have a few samples that I'm really excited to try, and I've heard it's good. And then going into my beauty elixir, which I'll be talking about in a second, but my collagen beauty elixir from Pro Mix. This is the Dark Forest Cherry. It is super good mixed in water, or like I said, I will mix it with a Coke flavored Olipop or Poppy. So yeah, I usually will have at least one of these supplements at some point throughout the day. They're obviously going to help with hydration, especially if you're working out more, being more active, you're going to need that. And then I also love like fiber supplements like Belly Welly I've been trying out, as well as beauty supplements, which is going to bring us into our next category of beauty. But I've been loving this collagen powder. It's in the flavor is what got me. My brother was using it and I tried some at her house, and it's dark forest cherry or like dark cherry flavored. I love that flavor, and I tried it and it's so good. I mix this with water, and I either have this in between breakfast and lunch, or I'll have it between lunch and dinner. Or if I'm like wanting an Olipop later in the day, I love cherry Coke. And so I'll do a Coke flavored Olipop or Poppy and mix dark cherry beauty elixir in my Poppy, and it is like the perfect fiber and collagen yummy drink that tastes delicious, tastes like cherry Coke, but I know it has so many benefits for me. So obviously increasing collagen is going to help your skin, your hair, your nails. I'm currently working on clearing up my skin. For the past like 2 years, my skin has not been the best. Honestly, I had better skin in college, and so I'm trying to figure out what that is. I think eating healthy is going to help with that, obviously, but adding in some collagen supplements couldn't hurt either, right? So yeah, I love having like a fun water with either fiber, electrolytes, or collagen, my beauty elixir, in between meals, and that helps me stay full in between meals, avoid snacking, and then also just makes me feel really good and feels like I'm doing the right steps to like have a very healthy day. Going into the beauty section, this isn't going to be like, get your nails done, get Botox, any of that, because I feel my most confident sometimes when I work on the natural aspects of my looks. I like to focus on looking my best without any makeup or procedures, and that's when I feel like my most confident. And so things I do for that is like the supplements, the collagen, occasionally doing hair glosses or deep conditioners so that like my hair feels shiny on its own without having to go get it done. Hair serums, my hair grows really quickly, but if your hair doesn't, or your lashes don't, or you want your eyebrows longer, like working on serums. For my skin, working on hydration, I've been loving a lot of like serums and hydrating products. And then also I always wear SPF, just making sure we're taking care of our skin, especially as we're outside in the sun more. I do love to tan naturally. I don't do tanning products and I don't do tanning beds or anything like that. And I don't do spray tans. I do tan pretty easily. I'm half Puerto Rican, so I tan safely though. I always put on sunscreen. I use like SPF 30 on my body, and then I'll use like an SPF 50 on my face. And just laying out in the sun, I think is really, I love the way I feel when I lay out in the sun. I think most people do. And so I try to use the sun protection, but I also love when, you know, you get that tan, you feel good. Having the vitamin D is so important. And so I've already gotten my base tan for the year when I went to Florida last month. So if you haven't gotten your base tan for summer, and you can, I highly recommend it because you'll just feel a little bit better. And it just, yeah, gets you excited for wearing swimsuits and shorts and all of the fun skin showing clothes in the summer. Another thing I love to do is dry brushing and making sure I'm exfoliating my skin before or in the shower. Teeth whitening strips or like charcoal paste. My mom got me this charcoal paste for Christmas that I haven't used in a few months, but I need to start using again. And it works really well at taking the toxins out of your mouth, I think is like the purpose of it, but also for whitening your teeth. So like things like that, or I've heard of coconut oil pulling, this little stuff that's not expensive. We're not getting big procedures done, but it's making us feel better. It's almost been a year of me having my natural nails. It's been about like 8 months, and I feel confident. Like, sure, every now and then I see a girl's nails and I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. I wish mine were done. But for the most part, I love my natural nails. I literally don't do anything to them. Completely natural. My hair is now at its fully natural color. I don't dye it at all. And it feels amazing. I feel really confident. I feel really happy, and I'm saving a ton of money. So find little things you can do to like enhance your natural features, whether that's like embracing your natural hair texture or your natural nails or your natural lip size, like whatever it is, enhance and embrace those aspects of you. And you can do little things, like I said, to make you feel your best, but like just loving your skin, your body naturally, I feel like is so helpful also in the summer, because so much of the summer, I feel like I'm very natural. When I go to the beach, I'm not wearing a ton of makeup. I'm not doing my hair. You know, I'm showing a lot of skin. And so like it helps to embrace those natural features. My last one is a little bit more on the pricier side, but doing red light and sauna therapy. If you don't have anything like this at your house, I don't at my apartment. I don't have a red light mask or a sauna, but in Nashville and on ClassPass, there's spas and fitness and wellness centers that have red light things. Like it looks, one thing I got in looks like a tanning bed, but I promise it's not. It's literally like a red light bed. You get fully naked on this panel of glass, and the red light is supposed to be really good for your skin, your like rejuvenation. And then of course I love a red light or an infrared sauna to really sweat and like detox. I love doing that before or after traveling. It's my favorite little tip. And so doing more of that. The last portion of this video is going to be talking about mindset, because like I said at the beginning, I think a huge part of feeling your best and looking your best starts with your mindset. Okay, you guys know I love to read, but even if you don't love to read, let me share the one book. It's not even a book, okay? You read 1 page a day. The one thing that is going to help with your mindset so much, especially if you're making a lot of changes this year, it's literally called The Pivot Year. I've talked about this a good amount. It's like a devotional that's not religious, but it's 365 Days to Become the Person You Truly Want to Be by Brianna Weist. I listened to this as an audiobook last year when I was going through my breakup and like just needed positivity in my ears. Like whenever I'd be sad or upset, I would just start playing this, and the pages are so good. And so this year I got it for Christmas, and I've just been reading a page or two a day. Let me like read one for you guys. Day 106, I'll read the ending. It says, "It takes strength to be different, to be humble, and to change. It takes strength to become the person you've always wanted to be. Resilience isn't always toughness. Sometimes it's the softness to simply let things move through you. Sometimes it's the willingness to not act on emotions you would not want more fully expressed, but just to feel them and let them go. It's just like little positive. You may think it's cheesy, but reading this every day, or like starting my day with this and my devotions and stuff, and then journaling, seriously helps me set up my day mentally. Because I'm not gonna lie, the past week I found out some news that wasn't the most fun, and just like kind of, I don't know, just like petty stuff, boy things. Literally nothing's that serious. But instead of overthinking this and spiraling, I'm going to go to the gym. I ran on the treadmill, and then that night and the next morning, I brought out my journal and I journaled my feelings. I journaled my thoughts, and I feel so much better. I feel like I can think clearly. So when things come up in your life that literally make you want to spiral or make you want to doubt yourself, my thing is work out, read, and journal, and I immediately feel better. So, this is also the journal I designed. It's the Dreamer Journal. This is our sand color, which is so perfect for summer. I absolutely love it. It's this gorgeous linen cover. And I also recommend just journaling about your progress. So if you're going on like a health and wellness journey, or a weight loss journey, or even just like a self-discovery journey, whatever type of journey you're going through before summer, highly, highly recommend journaling about progress, just journaling your thoughts, how it's going, ups and downs. You're going to want to look back on this era of your life when you put in the work. So journal about it. My number one tip for confidence, I've said this for years and years, it is to set a goal and to achieve it. It is the ultimate confident boost, because you are showing yourself that you can do something that you set your mind to. You are trusting your intuition, trusting yourself. And so throughout this like summer glow up, set small daily achievable goals. That could be drinking a gallon of water. It could be getting your 10,000 steps. It could be eating whole foods. Like any of those tips that I had just kind of mentioned previously, choose one that you're going to do daily at least, and keep showing up and achieving it. And if you don't achieve it one day, that's okay. You're going to achieve it the next 5 days. And so you're constantly showing yourself that you show up for yourself, that you can stick to a promise, and that you matter. Okay. Like if you had a friend who never kept their promises, you would start to not feel like you matter to them. And so if you stop keeping promises to yourself and just let things slide and self-sabotage, then you're eventually going to stop showing up for yourself. And that is not good. Okay. A few more things. My camera's going to die. Setting aside money each month for travel. I love this because a lot of people want to travel in the summer. And if you're trying to save money, I have a lot of like budgeting videos and tons of finance content on my channel. You can go and watch and save that money for a trip, so that again, that's going to like motivate you to put in the work, achieve your goals, glow up, whatever it may be, so that you can have an amazing time on this trip. This is like one of my biggest tips, is to watch uplifting content from girls whose life you want to one day have. If you want to move to a new city, start searching girls who live there on social media, especially on TikTok. There are girls posting TikToks, cute, aesthetic, helpful, educational videos all over the world. So no matter where you want to move to, no matter what job you want, no matter what type of relationship you want, this is what I love about social media and influencing, is you can find girls your age who are doing that. And so go follow them, go interact with their content. They will love that. They will love you for helping them out. And also it is just so inspiring. I've been doing that a ton since January. And every time I get on TikTok, I'm so motivated and inspired. And that's just like the best feeling when you get on social media. It's usually not that way, but if you follow people that you love and you want their life, you can feel that way. Okay, my last thing I'm gonna say is create a playlist that makes you feel hot, that makes you feel unstoppable. Okay, I have one that literally is titled Get Up. Like it means I need to get up, I need to go dance, I need to go clean my room, I need to go on the treadmill and walk, I need to do something, I need to go outside. So compile a list of all that kind of music that makes you feel unstoppable and put it all in a playlist so that you have it in your back pocket for when you need it. I listen to a lot of Tate McRae, Sabrina Carpenter, Rihanna, Taylor Swift. Like all those power pop girlies are my favorite for when I need to have that like instant motivation. And again, this week when I was having a little down week, about to spiral, I said, you know what? I'm going to go put on my playlist, gonna go on the treadmill and feel my best and remember who I am. Okay, my camera's gonna die because I've been sitting here chatting about this for a while. I could go on and on and on, so let me know if you guys want like a part 2 or updates when in a month or so. But we have like 2 months till summer, 2 months till June. All right, my camera died, but I have to end this video saying I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some tangible tips that you can take to feel your absolute best this summer and spring and just for life. Like that was my whole reasoning. I'm 25 years old. I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want to feel my healthiest, happiest, and I feel like this year I've been on the right path to doing so. As you guys probably heard in my resets and stuff, I've been locking in and it's been feeling really good to like accomplish goals
not even just health and fitness related, but professionally related and with family and stuff, and just accomplish these goals. And I think this year has a lot of change for me, which I'll get into in later videos, but I'm excited for it. And I feel like I'm doing the work now to like feel my best so that when the change does come and happen, like I'll be ready for it and I'll be feeling amazing. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. Take and leave what you want. Let me know if you guys try out Cosmic for yourselves as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.